The first thing we do when we're packing for a longer adventure is we always use our packing list. We have created a packing list. It's literally a checklist. We can check each item off as we go. And you are very welcome to have this packing list as well. You can jump onto our website, just look for Throw Your Leg Over packing list. The reasons that we always use our packing list is we cannot rely on our memories anymore. That is sure to fail. And the older we get, the worse that gets, dare I say. Hey adventurer, I'm Bridget Hallam from Throw Your Leg Over. And today I'm sharing how I pack for my 2-up adventures with Alan. And by the end of this episode, you'll have some ideas for packing for your own longer adventures. Now, when we're in Europe, we always ride 2-up for a couple of reasons, mainly because one bike is cheaper than 2. You know, we only have to buy fuel for one bike, tires, servicing, ferry rides, all the things. It is just cheaper with one bike than with 2. And the other part of it is that I'm very often taking photos and videos. And so obviously that is way easier for me to do that when I'm riding pillion than when I'm riding on my own bike. What it also means is that we have less room to pack. Essentially, we have one pannier each. We have one crash bar bag each. And if you're not familiar with crash bar bags, crash bars are like the metal frame that you can get for your bike to protect it. If when you drop your bike, the crash bars will protect it and the fairing and the paint on your bike will not get damaged most of the time. And you can get special bags to attach to the crash bars so that you can carry a bit more gear with you. The other thing that we both have each is a water bottle holder and a water bottle. So essentially for me, I've got one pannier, one crash bar bag, and one water bottle. And I need to pack for every conceivable weather situation, for every season. And I also need to pack tech gear with me. So it is a little bit of a packing challenge. And over the years, there's no doubt that we, both of us, Alan and I, have refined our packing. Definitely every time we pack for an adventure, we get better at it. The first thing we do when we're packing for a longer adventure is we always use our packing list. We have created a packing list. It's literally a checklist. We can check each item off as we go. And you are very welcome to have this packing list as well. You can jump onto our website, just look for Throw Your Leg Over packing list. And we've got it there. It's free. Just pop in your details so we know where to send it to, and you can have it as well. The reasons that we always use our packing list is we cannot rely on our memories anymore. That is sure to fail. And the older we get, the worse that gets, dare I say. We want to be absolutely sure that we've got every item. We don't want to be relying on memory. And ticking off each item as we pack it gives us certainty. It reduces our stress. We don't have to worry at the last minute that we've forgotten something. We know that what we need is what we've packed. And the other great thing about that packing list is we refine it each time as well. So it's always the best packing list each time that we use it. Packing for every weather condition means we need to pack for every type of landscape, and I'm talking here deserts, mountains, wet weather, hot weather, snow, everything you can imagine, we need to pack for it. Heat, cold, rain, everything. And if you've listened to previous episodes of this podcast, you will know that layering is absolutely essential. Layers, layers, layers. And also anything that serves a dual purpose that I can wear on the bike and off the bike gets top marks. So they are sort of my guiding principles, if you like. A hot tip is packing cells. Oh my gosh. Or packing cubes, you might know them as. They are the best. If you're not familiar with packing cells or packing cubes, they are basically little zip-up rectangular, cubes made of a fabric. They usually got a bit of mesh as well, so you can see what you've packed inside. They are freaking awesome. I never go anywhere, even if I'm not on the bike, I never travel anywhere without packing cells. I have a red packing cell for my socks and undies. I have a grey packing cell for my base layers, like my merino thermal tops, my merino long johns, anything that's cold weather related. I have another one that I call my junk drawer, which is a bit bigger, and it will have my t-shirts, it will have my things I need for off the bike, like my dress, a belt, my jeans, all those bits and pieces that don't have a natural home go into the junk drawer. Another great thing about packing cells is that they will compress your clothes a little bit. And because they're rectangular, if you have panniers like us that are rectangular as well, they're really easy to position inside my pannier. If your panniers are more sort of have a bit of a curve and are not like a square shape, that probably won't help so much. Our panniers are like, they look like giant house bricks and just as aerodynamic. So it's much easier to put rectangular packing cells inside a rectangular pannier. Less little pockets of nothing. The other thing that I love about packing cells is they are easy to repack. Everything just has its spot inside the pannier. This packing cell goes here, that packing cell goes there, this one goes in first, this one goes in second. It's really easy to repack in the mornings when you're heading off for your next destination. So hot tip, packing cells. And also, if you can get packing cells with handles, you will thank yourself later, because then you can slip them onto your arm and your hands are still free. Particularly if you've got a lot of things you've got to carry in one go, anything that you can slip over your arms and keep your hands free is going to serve you well. The next thing I need to consider when I'm packing for a Europe adventure is space and weight. And you would be surprised at what actually takes up more space and weighs more. Clothes are quite soft, they're a bit squashable, and if you have thinner fabrics like merino, they are surprisingly compact. Things that are surprisingly bulkier and heavier are things like toiletries, like your liquids. If you're carrying shampoo or conditioner or body wash, liquids are heavy. Tech gear is heavy. Alan and I work as we're on the road in Europe. We're digital nomads. We have to take our laptops and we have our filming gear. We have chargers. We have all different tech gear that we need to take with us so that we can do what we need to do. And tech gear is heavy. Chargers, cables, cameras, spare batteries, all of that really adds up. And it does become heavy. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about a longer adventure. Bike gear for our Europe adventures is pretty simple. I pack gear that is all season gear. And what I mean by that is not specifically for cold weather, not specifically for hot weather, but gear that's designed sort of for 4 seasons as much as possible. And then when it does get really hot and when it does get really cold, I just have other ways of keeping myself cooler or warmer as I need to. If you want to know more about my suggestions for packing when it's really hot and really cold, check out episode 6, which is all about staying cool on hot summer roads, and episode 19, which is about gear for your cold weather adventures. Something I always pack for Europe is waterproof gear, so rain gear. I have a jacket and pants that are waterproof. I always pack thermal layers, the merino layers. So as I said, when it is colder, I can just wear extra layers underneath. I don't need a separate jacket. The only item I take a duplicate of is my gloves. I will take summer gloves and I will take winter gloves. Everything else needs to work for any type of weather. Another thing I make sure I take to Europe or on our longer adventures is a couple of little luxury things. For me, I like to take earrings. I just have a tiny little container that I put them in, a little screw top container, and I just pop that in my toiletry bag. And I love to take a bottle of perfume. That might not be your cup of tea. Maybe you don't like earrings or wear earrings. Maybe you don't like perfume. But I would say to you, make sure you take a little something that makes you feel like you, that's not just purely functional, that's not just something that you absolutely need. Like take a little something that you just want to take because you want to take it. That in a nutshell is how I pack for Europe when we're on a long trip that's several months long. Every time we go on a longer adventure, I learn something new, and your packing will evolve. Like, don't think that you're going to get it right, you're going to get it perfect, you're going to know everything about packing, because it kind of doesn't work like that. You need to practice. You need to try things. You need to work out what you don't use and what you really use a lot. And then you will be able to refine your packing. Also, every now and then we will discover like a piece of equipment or clothing that is like a new design, for example, or we didn't know about it and someone else uses it and they recommend it. And we will add that into our kit if we think it will be better than what we've got at the moment. That obviously depends on your budget. But my message to you is your packing will evolve. And when you become more confident with your packing, when you know definitely what you need and definitely what you don't, then the packing becomes easier and easier, and your adventures become easier and easier. I would love to know, what's the one thing that you never leave home without? And I don't mean like your bike keys or your wallet, but what's some quirky little thing that maybe not everyone packs, but you swear by it? I would love to know. I'm always up for a good idea so that I can add it to my kit, or maybe replace something that's in my kit with something better. So send me an email, send me a message. I would love to know. And if you want to hit that subscribe button for more episodes, please do. If you want to share this episode with your writing buddy, please do, so she can enjoy it as well. And I will see you next week.